Ants began their entrance into society over 50 million years ago, and since then they have achieved the largest biomass of any living creature on Earth. This means that if we were to put every ant in the world on a scale, it would weigh more than every person in the world, or the total weight of any other species. This is not the only aspect of life that ants are superior in. Reproductively speaking, ants are also incredibly advanced through the use of one queen ant, who continuously lays eggs, which leads to a matriarchal society in the ant colonies. Also, leafcutter ants in the Amazon were the first animals to have farmed, by gathering leaves and bringing them back to their nest and growing a fungus out of them. The consumption of these fungi led to labeling these ants as the first farmers. Congrats, guys! These ants are also known to retrieve a sugar water-like substance from aphids, retrieved from a mutualistic relationship. The ants extract milk from the aphids and get to consume the product, and then the aphids will be protected by the ants in return. Ants are able to talk to each other throughout these processes by using chemicals and pheromones, most importantly communicating with the queen. Ants will leave trails of scents, food sources, and shelter, allowing them to unify quickly. The worker ants that you see are female. The only use male ants have are for reproduction, so they are kept in the hatchery with the queen and the eggs. The life cycle of an ant is generally very simple. A queen will mate with the male of her choice and then lay an egg, which will hatch into larvae, then pupae, and finally the adult form, either queen, male, or female worker. But for the first time in 50 million years, we have accessed a camera with a microscopic attachment that allows us to communicate with the ants themselves. And we are going to host a real-life interview with a few of the ants that help make this hill a home. Who am I here with today?
Bennett the ant.
And what kind of ant are you?
I'm a worker ant in a pharaoh ant colony.
And what does being a worker ant entail?
It's actually a lot harder than people think. Having to go out every day on my own and drag food that is 3 times my body weight back, and nobody appreciates me.
Are there ever any highlights?
I love finding when people leave part of a cupcake or any baked good, especially when it's in the wrapper. Me and a couple of guys can drag it back to the hill by the plastic and have a treat.
Well, what about you? What kind of ant are you?
You can't tell? I'm Rachel, the queen ant.
My apologies, I should have been able to. So, what is your day-to-day life like?
Well, I spend my days either mating or laying eggs. I'm the very backbone of this society. Without me to provide new eggs to grow into worker ants, our nest would collapse from lack of food and protection.
I see. Thank you for your time. I understand that your day is very busy, and I appreciate you taking time out of it to come talk to me.
Hello? Hello? Am I late?
Oh, no, not at all. Come on in, take a seat, and introduce yourself.
My name is John. I'm a carpenter ant. Sorry I got held up on the way. There was a stomping.
I don't believe I'm familiar with the term a what?
My cousin was stomped by a pair of boots, I heard. It's truly a tragedy that they can get away with just stepping on us like this, but I had to pay respects to my aunt and uncles on the way here, so I apologize for my tardiness.
No apology necessary. I'm so sorry for your loss. If you don't mind my asking, how does this make you feel?
It makes me feel expendable. It feels like they don't care about us just because we're small. I wish they would just take the time to look down before they stepped.
That's terrible, and I agree completely. People have become so wrapped up in their own lives that they're unable to stop and see the smaller things around them.
I just can't wait for these shoes to understand that ants are people too.
When people separate themselves from those they're harming, whether it be a physical separation of being miles apart, or a mental separation by believing the person or creature they are harming is less than, apathy becomes so much more accessible, and nothing is more dangerous than apathy, especially as it becomes much more common. In order to actively combat this lack of care in our society, we as a whole need to be kinder to one another. We can do this through small acts of caring, whether it be to our friends, strangers, or the small bugs that populate the world under our feet.